Chapter 25 The Great Glass Elevator. "I've never seen anything like it," cried Mr. Wonka. "The children are disappearing like rabbits. But you mustn't worry about it. They'll all come out in the wash." Mr. Wonka looked at the little group and stood beside him like in the corridor. There were only two children left now, Mike TV and Charlie Bucket, and there were three grown-ups, Mr. and Mrs. TV and Grandpa Joe. "Shall we move on?" Mr. Wonka asked. "Oh, yes," cried Charlie and Grandpa Joe, both together. "My feet are getting tired," said Mike TV. "I want to watch television." "If you're tired, then we'd better take the elevator," said Mr. Wonka. "It's over here. Come on, in we go." He skipped across the passage to a pair of double doors. The doors slid open. The two children and the grown-ups went in. "Now then," cried Mr. Wonka, "which button shall we press first?" "Take your pick." Charlie Bucket stared around him in the astonishment. This was a crazy elevator he had ever seen. There were buttons everywhere. The walls, and even the ceiling were covered in rows and rows and rows of small black push buttons. There must have been 1,000 of them on each wall, and the other 1,000 on the ceiling. And now Charlie noticed that every single button had a tiny printed label beside it telling you which room you would be taken to if you pressed it. "This isn't just an ordinary up and down elevator," announced Mr. Wonka proudly. "The elevator can go sideways and long sides and slantways and any other way you can think of. It can visit any single room in the whole factory. No matter where it is, you simply press the button, and zing, you're off." "Fantastic!" murmured Grandpa Joe. His eyes were shining with excitement as he stared at the rows and rows of buttons. "The whole elevator is made of thick, clear glass," Mr. Wonka declared. "The doors, ceiling, floor, everything is made out of glass, so that you can see out. But there's nothing to see, and Mike," said Mike TV. "Choose a button, said Mr. Wonka. "The two children may press one button each, so take your pick. Hurry up, in every room something delicious and wonderful is being made." Quickly Charlie started reading some of the labels alongside the button.